Yo, what's going on people? It's your boy Ape Honcho, back at you again with another video. Now, I've just found out that SJ from OFB has been sentenced to 21 years imprisonment. Now, for you guys that don't know what's going on, SJ along with MPK members were on trial for the murder of Kamali, Gabbidon-Lynck, and they had got found guilty after their trial at the Old Bailey. I did cover some of the trial, and I covered about what happened on the day Kamali Gabbidon-Lynck sadly had lost his life, and I will leave those videos linked down in the description. Feel free to go check those out. But reading from the Crown Prosecution's website, it says 5 gang members have been jailed for murdering a teenager inside a WoodGreen hair salon while he was trying to save his friend. Shareem Cookcombe, 21, Terrell Graham, 18, and the judge has now lifted reporting restrictions on 3 youths. Jaden O'Neill Critchlow, 17, which I do believe is SJ, Shane Leon, 17, and OJ Hamilton, 17, were all found guilty after a trial at the Old Bailey. And it says today, Monday, 27th of January 2020, Cookcombe was sentenced to 28 years, Graham was sentenced to 25 years, O'Neill Critchlow to 21 years, Leons to 21 years, and Hamilton to 21 years imprisonment. And again, the judge had lifted reporting restrictions. It goes on to say, 19-year-old Kamali Gabbidon-Lynck was stabbed to death by the defendants after trying to save his friend who had been stabbed 8 times and shot by the group. It goes on to say, Mr. Gabbidon-Lynck drove a car towards the defendants' bikes in order to distract them from attacking his friend, but the attackers then turned on him. He became trapped after reversing into parked cars, and when he tried to escape on foot, he was stabbed to death inside a hair salon on Vincent Road. The defendants, members of a Tottenham-based gang, travelled on their bicycles to WoodGreen on the night of 22nd of February 2019. Between them, they were armed with knives, a handgun, and a shotgun as they set off in search of potential rivals. The group had earlier approached a man in McDonald's and grabbed him by the neck. When the man told him he was local and not associated with any group, they released him and returned to their bikes. They cycled towards Lordship Lane and targeted 4 men who scattered. The 5 defendants continued their chase on their bikes. Catherine Gold from the Crown Prosecution Service said, "This is a tragic case of gang rivalry. A teenager lost his life that night, stabbed to death in a busy hair salon, and another was seriously injured by the defendants who showed a brazen disregard for members of the local community, running through the streets of WoodGreen brandishing their weapons." Throughout all of this, it must not be forgotten that if it weren't for the actions of Mr. Gabbidon-Lynck, his friend may well have lost his life too. The defendants clearly thought their covered faces and dark clothes would protect them from being identified. When one of the defendants was stopped by police nearby, he even had the audacity to tell officers that he hoped they would cut down on knife crime just after he stabbed someone to death. These sentences take some very dangerous young criminals off the street of our capital. Our thoughts remain with the family and friends and Mr. Gabbidon-Lynck. And I just want to take this time out just to say rest in peace to Kamali, and my thoughts and condolences are with his family at this present time. Now the question is, who snitched? Now everyone was sentenced to similar sentences, so it's not actually clear who snitched at this present time, but I can't see if somebody snitched them getting the same length as somebody who didn't. Now I understand that they're still going to go down, but I thought they would have had a significant amount taken off if they did snitch, so it's very interesting to see what's going to happen next. And it just goes to show you that even if somebody did snitch in this case, it didn't even play out into their favour. And if there is any update to that, as always, I'll keep you guys updated. And the whole situation is sad really, because unfortunately Kamali had lost his life and SJ has been sentenced to 21 years. Now SJ is not going to be getting out till he's nearly 40 years old, and I just hope that people can learn from this case to try and avoid these certain situations, because now he's going to lose out on a lot of his life and his career is basically finished now. And again, like I've said with previous cases, it's mad to think that you can be on top of the world and all of a sudden it gets taken away from you just because you get caught up in some street stuff. But again, I do understand it's hard to break the cycle, but I just hope that this case people can learn to try and avoid these types of situations. But let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section below. Give the video a little like. If you want the latest drill, street and music news out of the UK, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's been your boy Abe Honcho, and I'm out.